In this video, we're talking about the 7 different types of dangerous drug crimes that are prohibited under Arizona law. In a separate video, I explained what drugs are considered to be dangerous drugs. This statute, A.R.S. 133407, says that if you do certain things with those drugs, with those dangerous drugs, you are culpable for criminal liability. That means you can be charged and convicted for that conduct. And today we're going to run through what those 7 different subcategories are, as well as what classification of felony they are. So remember, in Arizona law, we have different classes of felonies. The most serious felony that we have under Arizona law is a Class 2. That's at the very top. The least serious that we have is a Class 6, which is at the very bottom. Then you have 3, 4, and 5 from top to bottom. You'll see here that none of these offenses are anything less than a 4. So they're all very serious offenses. But let's run through what conduct is prohibited. So the first and by far the most common type of offense that we see with dangerous drugs is just the simple possession or use of the dangerous drug. So that means it's for personal use, somebody possesses it, somebody is using it. That in Arizona is illegal, and it is a Class 4 felony. That is the lowest class that we have in this entire statute, but it is still a felony, so obviously it's very serious. Now, if that one person takes that drug and sells it to another person, that's under line 2. That makes it a Class 2 felony. So you possess for sale. So you have some drugs for sale. You are in possession of those drugs, and those drugs are intended to be sold. That makes it a Class 2 felony. It's the highest classification that we have in Arizona. Subsection 3 here. If a person has equipment or chemicals that are to be used in the manufacture of any dangerous drug, that is a Class 3 felony. If it's going to be used to make or manufacture methamphetamines, it makes it a Class 2 felony. So it bumps it from a Class 3 up to a Class 2. So possessing any equipment or any of the chemicals that would be used to manufacture a dangerous drug is a Class 3. Unless it's meth, then it's a Class 2. Also, if somebody manufactures that drug, meaning they don't just have the chemicals and the equipment, but they actually manufacture it, that's a Class 2 felony. If somebody is administering a dangerous drug to somebody else, so they're actually injecting it or they're providing it to them in some mechanism, that's also a Class 2 felony. So by giving somebody else that drug or injecting them with the drug, it's the highest classification of felonies that we have in Arizona. If an individual is obtaining drugs, so if they are obtaining drugs or they're being administered a drug, meaning they're having somebody inject them or they're having somebody give them those drugs, and they're doing it by fraud or by misrepresenting somebody or by deceiving that person, that's also a crime. That's a Class 3 felony. And then finally we have subsection 7 here, which is saying that basically any type of transport, importing, offering to transport, offering to exchange transportation, or do anything basically moving drugs around for sale. If they're a dangerous drug, that's a Class 2 felony. So you can see here there's 7 different types of conduct that are prohibited. By far, like I said at the beginning, we see possession of or use is the most common dangerous drug offense that we see. There are a different range of felonies here. In terms of penalties, the law is complicated on that. There are a lot of ifs, thens, and there's a lot of kind of outs for first-time offenders. There's a lot of really aggravated terms for somebody who has previously been convicted. Methamphetamines has extremely severe sentencing, and so we'll make another video about some of those factors, but just this is the nuts and bolts of how 133407 works under Arizona revised statutes. If you have been charged with a dangerous drug violation and you need some counsel, you would like to speak with our team, please give us a call. We offer free case evaluations. We're happy to sit down with you, look at the facts of your case, see where you fall, and see what the best way out is for you. Thanks for watching.